Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we are here. The Dual Wield Tournament. We have some very interesting and very specialized rules. I generally don't like making a lot of rules because it can confuse people, and I don't want to have a lot of those instances where you have somebody confused, and I don't want to take anyone out, but it's dual wield only, which means you have to have a weapon in your left hand and a weapon in your right hand. However, you cannot use certain weapons in your right hand. You can't use a curved sword, straight sword, a spear, or katana, or rapier. And the reason for this, and it might seem strange, is that I don't want running attacks to be prevalent. I want people to fight trying to get some interesting combos with the right and left hand. So I'm very interested to see what people are going to be using. And of course, here with my awesome co-host, Sane, again, lover of combos, lover of the game. What's going on, Sane?
What's going on? And here we have Crystal in his prelim match. Kill that invader.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first fight of the Dual Wield Tournament, me versus Crystal X 122, a freaking 9-year-old playing this game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. We have Sane co-hosting here. When he throws a bomb, we will begin.
On your mark. Get ready. Wait.
Here we go.
Here we have Dante using the Man Serpent Hatchet and Black Knight Glaive. And Crystal with the red hilted halberd and no two and is that the long sword? Oh, the jumping attack whiffs.
It's dangerous.
Shockwaves are everywhere. 2 good hitboxes. Oh, and Dante hits him with 2 L2s. Oh, but this retaliates. Roll caught from a mile away. Roll caught from a mile away. On both ends.
No.
Oh. And
GG.
Dante takes the trade. And the point down.
This is best 2 out of 3, and it's double elimination, so I will be coming back in. That was interesting one attack there, which was unfortunate, but that one of the trades shouldn't have happened, is all I'm saying. Alright, here we go. Fight number 2 against Crystal. Me versus Crystal. We had a close fight the first time. How does this fight happen? We'll see. Woo! That range, though, sometimes. Oh, that stun was interesting. Ooh, hello, come on. Come on, connection. Let's Ooh. This is where things get interesting. GG. Alright, here we go. Fight number 3. Ready to go. Winner moves on to the winners. Loser goes to the loser's bracket. Yeah, if he can get me in like a combo, I will be in bad shape. Woo! Ooh, there it is. Holy hell. The range on that sometimes is crazy. GG. Remember, he's not out. He goes to the loser's bracket, but again, this is double elimination. He can come back and he can win it. No doubt about it. So we'll see if he can come back and storm back. Very interesting. That was hard. That was a very difficult fight. But round 1 goes to me. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Fight number 2 in the Dual Wield tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. We have the Juice versus Mach. Let's do this. So far we got some daggers. Daggers versus much more damaging weapons. I'm not sure if that's the red hilted or just the regular halberd. But he is buffing. Oh, nice. Wow, the damage is real. The damage is not real for Mach. 64 damage, even on a dagger, is bad. Going for the parry! The R2, though, too slow. The roll punish. Juice gets the victory rather easily. I like what Mach is trying to do, but it's unfortunate how little damage he does. It's crazy, actually. I don't know if he's going for, like, poison or something. Like, I'm not sure what he was going for, but right there, it didn't work. The damage was way less than what he needed. Alright, here we go. There we go. Fight number 2 commencing now before I even throw a thing. Alright, perfect. The Juice here, not buffing up this time. Of course, he has the... it's not paper, but... Ooh, look at that. See, that's the quick strike of the offhand rapier right there. I think he had a straight sword the other match, but... Oh, Mach-ery decimated. Mach-ery just didn't have the damage. I appreciated what they did. They didn't stun some of the hits. It was interesting, but Juice moves on. Mach-ery is in the loser's bracket right now. That was a quick 2-0. I think the power and possible finesse of Juice just took out Mach-ery way too quick right there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fight number 1. Still round 1. To the death. Let's go. We have Painted Phantoms versus Skip to My Nash. Now, Painted with the whip and offhand straight sword, it can be a devastating combo. However, there is something called a curved greatsword that has hyper armor in the one hand. So that can go through the whip and do some risky business. Of course, straight sword's still too strong. Can't roll into somebody who can spam with a straight sword. That's a mistake. Woo! See, that whip, especially if you hold it, I believe it breaks the guard of an attack, but I could be wrong there. The whips, the timings of whips are just so interesting. The only damage Nash has done right now... Oh, there we go. He blocked with a whip. Or, no, with the straight sword, which obviously doesn't have tremendous stability. It's all about that running attack. I actually feel that I should be seeing more right hand curve swords because the running attack is so good. Nice dodge there by Nash. I gotta give him credit. Oh, it's so tough. He's trying to get the hyper armor in, but Painted is a little bit too swift for that. They have took 1,000 steps. He was able to block that and then attack. He must have had no stamina left. I don't know how much that takes away from that stability, but it's interesting. I know curved swords actually, well, great curved swords have the highest or higher stability than anything as far as blocking is concerned. So that being in a left hand might be an okay tool for a block on maybe a smaller weapon. Oh, woo! Can't backstab or riposte with the whip, which is very interesting. So that could have been one of those cases. Oh, from deep! What? At least from my vantage point, that roll attack was crazy. The dodging of Nash is impressive right now. I am very impressed. So he's rolling around crazy, but it's working. Ooh, just outspaced him, and the roll punish with the whip. Tried to get the double combo, but the roll R1 of the whip makes Painted win. I think Nash later on in that fight was getting sort of his groove on, if you will, and started to understand the matchup a little better. I feel this second match will be much better for him as he lost a lot of life early on, and it's tough to recover at that point. Here we go, fight number 2. Switching it. Well, I almost hit him there, but it looks like Skip to my Nash is switching to one of the bread and butters, but it's interesting because that weapon, I don't know if that's the best for a spear. Spears one-handed are not great, usually. I believe they're a little bit slower. They might have more range, though. I mean, the running attack is really what spears utilize, and because it's in the left hand, you cannot. So it's very interesting. He's got a great sword, which doesn't have hyper armor. He does do more damage on the trades, though, which is interesting. So maybe the range is there, and maybe he knows something I don't. Now, I generally go against switching your build. I don't like that. He needs hyper armor or something. Wow, the stamina. He used all his stamina there. I'm shocked. I don't agree with... I like the other setup better because he had a better running attack and hyper armor. So, oh. I'm surprised Painted didn't go for the aggression there. Nice roll punish. He should have had him again, though. That actually looked pretty good. He might have just... I don't know. I actually don't know how he missed that. Maybe he was behind him or something. That was weird. It looked good on my end. That range, though, on that R2 is crazy. I like it, though. The running attack gets him. Because he's trying to use the whip. Painted trying to use the whip to stop any incoming attacks. But it is slow. And obviously, if you wind it up, it's much slower. Woo! That roll hit. Oh, that backswing just missed. Everybody knows the horrid backswing of the straight sword. He almost got a counter hit on that freaking... It's so close. Oh, the roll hit. The roll punish almost happened. Skip to my Nash, though, I gotta say, he's doing incredible rolling, especially against the whip, which does have interesting timings. Timings really, you don't see often because no one uses a damn whip. Oh! It is so close. Woo! I mean, Nash can win here, but he has to hit maybe 3 more times, which is not impossible. It is improbable. Straight swords, just that good, but hey, he played extremely well. Painted Phantoms goes on in the winners. Skip to my Nash goes on in the losers. Remember, this is double elimination. So Skip to my Nash can come back and crush skulls. We'll see how it works. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The last of the round 1 winners. We have Darkwitcher versus Hulkman. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited for this. We have the Gale's Greatsword, which does have interesting range because of its weird tapered off broken look. So I'm curious to see how he does that in, I believe, the left hand S-stock, which is seemingly one of the better left hand weapons. Very interested to see how this works. So far, not much hyper armor is happening here, which is interesting to me because I thought hyper armor would be a huge hit. Meaning, you know, like a left hand fast weapon and a right hand axe, great axe or something like that. I don't know. Okay, there's not much of anything. I don't know if there's like a ring swap or weapon swap going on here, but... Oh, the running attack. See, the running attacks, they are still super effective. Oh, he's going for the parries. That's what. The running attacks are still super effective, even on great swords and curved swords here, apparently. And I think, you know, that's why I sort of took out the good running attacks, as it were. What? Whoa, that latency. Woo! That is crazy. That latency was pretty rough, I'll be honest. It's like you gotta strike first, you gotta strike often. Wow. I would just spam. I would just spam at this point. There, see, he timed that perfectly and didn't get the hit. That's a little upsetting. Only... Whoa. I see it, Hulk, man. I see it. It's tough. It's tough. That's how internet works. Jesus Christ. How did he not die? Oh, there it is. Darkwitcher takes the first match. There was definitely some latency, and I think it was actually on both sides. But we're gonna see how that comes into fruition afterwards. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have fight number 2. Darkwitcher versus Hulkman. Now, the first one was latency ridden. There's no doubt about it. You can't get away from it. Some people just have it, and sometimes people against some other people have it. He's going for the parry, which I think is a mistake. Now, you are allowed to, but you gotta try to use that cestus as a weapon. He keeps looking at me. That one didn't seem crazy, but that was crazy. Okay. You just gotta attack. That's how you beat bad latencies. You attack, you attack, you attack. It is bad. It sucks. It is really bad, actually. It's weird because they're not skipping. It's just everything is detecting way late. But wow. That is not good. I don't even know what to say now, because now I'm not really sure who it is. I know Hulkman has a little bit, but Darkwitcher, whew, that was just slow by Hulkman there. That one seemed fair. Out of all the unfair, that one seemed fair, but he just needs to attack, attack, attack. See, right there, he should be hitting him, but again, it's the... Some of these are crazy right now. Surprised he's not throwing out, like, anything. A lot of running attacks. Oof. Yeah. I might need to put this up to the judges to see what's going on here. That was actually a fair. Everything was fair about that, but yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, that was rough. I got to see what people think about that latency. That was a bit much. There's some latency where you can correct for it, and some where you can't. I feel like that may have been one where you couldn't correct for it. Let me see what people think here. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's unfortunate that it happened that way, but I will go with Darkwitcher did get the win, even though it was super latency. Because I really think it was just them two together made it like 4 times as bad. So I think that's what I'm going with. I hope that seems fair. I know it sucks because no one wants to see that, but I think that's probably the best way we can go about it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have the losers round 1. We have Mach-ery versus Crystal. Crystal. Oh no! Wait a second. Wait. You can't use spears in the right hand. Okay, here we go. I guess we're starting again. Jesus Christ, man. Crystal versus Mach-ery. He's got a pike, which I find awesome. I mean, it's the Great Lance, which is one-handed, not the best. Interesting switch. Oh no, Mach-ery's not doing well here. I don't know what he's trying. He's got interesting weapons, there's no doubt about that, but the spam! Oh, nice roll punish. And oh, I thought that was it. This freaking oh, he missed with the dagger. The first fight goes to Crystal. I can't believe he missed with the dagger though right there. That was a little bit strange. Because it looked like he was right there. Daggers are that fast and they're usually pretty good. Here we go. Fight 2 against Mach-ery and Crystal. What do we got? He's going with the dagger here. Wow, he got a hit out of nowhere. And I think it's like bleed plus poison or something. Like, I don't even understand it, but I like it personally. Wow, that trade shouldn't have happened right there. Don't roll into him, but he's doing it, and he didn't get punished for it somehow. The bleed. I love it. Now, it's so ridiculous. He is getting some bleed procs in there, though. Oh, and he used some freaking blood moss, which is unfortunate. Whoa, that was interesting. Oh. He keeps rolling into him, but he's not doing anything. Wow, that backswing. He just keeps getting away from the bleed. I mean, for Mach-ery to win here, it'd be magic. He keeps rolling into him. Mach-ery is now out of the tournament. Crystal moves on in the losers bracket. And we will move on from that. Another losers round. Our losers bracket fight to go. Here we go. Last of the losers round here. Of course, no one waiting for the start, but yeah, here we go. Skip to my Nash versus Hulkman. Now, Hulkman had the Wow. Hulkman had the unfortunate deal with having to fight somebody else with latency, so that plus really times his latency sort of made everything terrible. You're even seeing a little bit here. Wow! Who uses a twin? Like, it's gotta be heavy, right? Like, using a twin axe on the right hand. It's blowing Nash is blowing my mind. I didn't even notice it till now. Like, my mind is actually blown right now. There are way better axes one-handed. Nice roll punish. Interesting fight. A lot of trades happening here. Some roll punishing by Nash. Now this is I'm not exactly sure what Nash's specialty is, but that's why these tournaments are interesting, because sort of makes people mostly out of their comfort zone. There actually is a person in this who uses a combo, but most people here are not that seasoned in the dual wielding. Oh, to the city. And he's alive. 620 damage. That was very interesting. Nice roll catch. Nash wins decisively, I would say, against Hulkman. But best 2 out of 3. Let's see if Hulkman can come back and do something. Here we go. Fight number 2 in the losers bracket. Now, this is Koji's tournament life, or Hulkman's tournament life on the line here. It is interesting, though. And now he's switching up to something more hyper armor, which I think is actually beneficial considering. The problem is the startup time for it might not be able to give him... I mean, Nash is pretty quick. How they traded there, I didn't realize there was that much hyper armor on the running attack. Especially against a Albert, but interesting. Nice. Pretty good timing on the running attack there, actually. Ooh. Oh, he went for it, but the R2 to get out of that. Interesting. Holy crap. I gotta hand Hulkman credit, because that was really good timing. Because why wouldn't you spam? I mean, who the hell expects a parry in a dual wield tournament? It's not something you would really expect, because not many things actually can do it. But I guess if you see that parry... Oh! Did I just see the Dragon Tooth? Please. Please give me the Dragon Tooth. I want to see a Dragon Tooth somewhere. Skip it to my Nash. He's really dictating the match. He's dictating basically everything. He's the aggressor. He's doing not even running attacks. He's just basically timing everything properly. Again, I gotta give credit to Hulkman, because these parry timings are really good, but Nash isn't as, I guess, aggressive to allow it to work. Really, wow, look at that. See, that's that unlocked spacing. That's pro that Nash just did. Unlocked, turned around, barely spaced it. Nash goes on in the losers round, and unfortunately Hulkman is out. But I'm glad he was here. I mean, he's, I think, the only one who tried to do some parries, and I really appreciate it. That was really cool. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have round 2 winners. Me versus the Juice. Ooh. Didn't roll catch him there. Well, I'm surprised he didn't go for it. Come on, Juicy. Woo! Back up, Savage. Let me get my damn stamina back. Damn, I'm just going in. There we go. Whew. Oh, man. That last little bit of finisher with the Corvian is... It's what I need. Because knives were not doing the trick. Here we go. Fight number 2 in the winners round 2. Me versus the Juice. This is... It can be tough. Ooh. Get out of here with that knife. Wow. Nice. That was interesting range, though. Wow. How was he able to get me there? That damn thing. Get him out of here. Oh, that range. I never expect that on a running attack. How did I miss? Nice roll punish. I gotta give him credit for that one. Damn it, he got me. Ooh, I honestly thought I was out of range on that one. GG. Damn. Okay. Alright. He was roll punishing the piss out of me. Although, I will say, some of that range on that S-Stock was blowing my mind. Alright, here we go. Fight number 3. Whoever loses this goes to the loser's bracket. Of course, they are not out of the tournament. They just go to loser's bracket. Woo! I gotta stop with that. Damn, man. This gets tight. This gets freaking tough, man. What? How was that not a trade? Did that go through his head? GG, but Jesus Christ. Everything else was like trading, and then that went through his head and didn't trade. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? That was such a good fight, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a trade. And then it wasn't. Wow. That's crazy. GG. He moves on. I go to loser's bracket. Here we go. We have the winners fight. Number 1 in the round 2. Painted Phantoms with a build he actually kind of uses. I'm not sure if he uses it particularly in those hands. I think he might, though. I'm not sure. Ooh, see, that's the latency that is interesting that Darkwitcher has. Although, I don't know what's going on right now. Things are everywhere right now. Wow, that is too much. Admittedly, it's pretty aggressive. How he didn't get hit there blows my mind. Of course, Darkwitcher is using the Gales and the S-Stock, I believe. Then we have a whip in a tournament, a real tournament. There it is. There's the spam. The spam works, though. That's what people need to realize. Ooh, what did he switch to? It looked like... Is that S? No. It looked like Painted switched to something, but I wasn't sure. I like that Painted just goes in. Oh, it's a dagger. Okay. How did that miss? There it is. Painted gets the first victory over Darkwitcher. It seemed a little bit sloppy on some of the hit detections, but it's definitely unfortunate. I can't fix people's internet. Who knew? From Software, where's the dedicated servers? Come on. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fight number 2. Of course, the winner's bracket of Darkwitcher is on the line. Now he's going with something that has Hype Arm. This is what I expected a lot of people to use, to be honest. Oh, interesting. That range on that. I mean, at least the range on the whip is real, though. Like, that's a thing. The fact that he can spam and roll out of it is crazy to me. It blows my mind. The range on the Gale is actually interesting as well with the running attack. Oh, he baited him into running after him. He knew the running attack was happening. Painted did. And he just got away from it. So who's gonna make the move? Because there's gonna be a point where Painted spams hard. As I mean, you should do if somebody rolls into you. Painted is handing Darkwitcher something, and it's not good. Oh, look at that hit detection. There it is. Painted goes on. Darkwitcher is now in the loser's bracket. Painted looked like he knew what he was doing. He struck fast, early, often. That's the way you have to do it against certain players. He did it correctly, and he tore Darkwitcher a new one. Here we go. In a strange turn of events, we are switching out Darkwitcher because his connection was rough. And we're putting in Hulkman because he lost basically to connection, it seemed. And I thought that was the fairest way to go about this. So let's see this. We have Crystal versus Hulkman. Now we have a curved sword. The only hyper armor in this particular fight right now. That's, of course, because it's one-handed. Well, because some of the other weapons are one-handed, but the trade, more damage against Hulkman. Although he looks like the fattest of the two. I'm wondering where people are putting their... Nice. The backswing is just disgusting on straight swords, man. It is. It's gross. So far, a pretty good match, actually. We'll see who's going to strike first. I mean, the running attack of the curved greatsword obviously is something that is really useful. Crystal doesn't want... Wow, he got out of all those. I mean, he doesn't want to get caught in hyper armor. There it is. That's the hyper armor. Ooh. I don't know how he didn't catch him on that roll. That timing looked pretty good, and obviously the range looked pretty good. This is a pretty close fight. I mean, obviously if he gets the hyper armor, he's doing like 360. Ooh, that range though. Fight. I've seen a way worse range on an R2 of a straight sword, okay? So, let's go. We all know how the running attacks work on some weapons. It's just the fact that you never see curved greatswords anymore, so maybe that's it. He blocked it. Oh, he's dead. Did he block that with two hands? That was weird looking. Either way, he died, so it didn't matter. Crystal takes the first one pretty close, actually. Getting that hyper armor through the straight sword after the trade was interesting because the recovery rate wasn't as fast. It was very interesting. Here we go. Fight number 2 in the losers round. Let's see what we got going on here. We have Hulkman replacing Darkwitcher due to latency issues versus Crystal, who did win the first match using the Dragon Slayer axe. Not something I expect. It is interesting. I mean, it's decent for roll catching. Ooh, see, the hyper armor, he didn't want to. I mean, it's scary. It's scary getting in that position, but... Wow! Okay. I've seen some... He's an asshole. I love it, but he's an asshole, straight up. Going for the parries. Going with the axe now. I actually think that's it's interesting. I don't know if it's good. It does have roll punish potential, but there are better axes out there. Nice roll hit. The timing was incredible on that. He's going for a lot of running attacks. It's not working out. Crystal is attacking in... like, his timings on his attacks are really good. He's getting a lot of roll hits. There it is. A lot of damage right there. Now, Hulkman can't take much punishment here, so... if he trades once, I think he can survive. Nice running attack. Okay. No one has shields. You don't need kicks, I swear. I want to see one-handed Lidos. Dual-wield Lidos. Decent unlocking, actually, by Hulkman right there. He was cornered and just barely had enough. Oh! Woo! Playing this pretty slow. Nice. That looked pretty good on my end. Unlocked my crystal there. Really good. Ooh. I don't know if Hulkman can take another hit without dying, so trading might not be an option here. That seemed fair to me. It looked all right. He just happened to do the running attack at the proper time. Man, I want to see a little bit more aggression, but the problem is when you are at this point low life as Hulkman is, you can't. Oh, wow. I couldn't see the side angle on that, so I don't know where the range was. Not going to lie to you, but he's dead. Oh, he had him too. One trade, Hulkman is dead. Guaranteed. I think with just about any... Oh, is that the hand axe? The hand axe is real. Running hand axe. Come on. Come on. Jeez. I mean, is there some secret I don't know about the hand axe? Hulkman needs to get in there. Right there, I would have did an R1 because it's... He can't... He's gonna lose this game of quickness. Because eventually he might get caught in a trade. This is the longest match by far. There it is. Crystal wins over Hulkman 2-zip. And then Tripod comes in. And he kills him. Oh, man. There he is. Easy come, easy go. But Hulkman is now officially out of the tournament. Officially out of the tournament. And Crystal moves on in the losers bracket. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We had the losers round 2. I'm in here against Skip to my Nash. This is going to be an interesting fight. Hyper armor is a thing, and I don't like it. I knew it. Damn it, man. Hyper armor is going to wreck me here. And he's not using Yorms, though, which is interesting. That range was crazy. I can't trade. Come on, man. Woo! Man, that hyper armor scares the hell out of me. Seriously. I got lucky with that trade because I was dead. Oh, man. These are tough. This is not easy. Here we go. Fight number 2. Losers round 2. Me versus Skip to my Nash. Now, the first one went my way, but it's possible that's not going to be a thing. I can't do it. The running attack, not great. He has a lot of health. I did hit him. I can't deal with hyper armor, man. I suck with it. Ah, he got me. He destroyed me there. That hyper armor is killing me. I got obliterated. All my timings are It sucks because I don't want to play that slow way against it. Here we go. Fight number 3, losers round. This is the tournament life of both of us on the line. This is rough for me. Because hyper armor. Wow. That's done, huh? That hyper armor is destroying me, man. I'm not sure. I don't want to play too slow because that is boring. Puh! Okay. Damn it, I wanted him. This is tough. That stupid freaking S-Stock is rough. Because if I get close, I'm gonna get clipped. Oh, I wanted it. I was so far away from that stun, too. You lucky. Oh! Wow. GG. That was rough on my cardiovascular system. Jesus Christ. Damn good fight. Holy hell. Woo! Let me breathe for a second, alright, guys? Man. Alright. I move on. Skip to my Nash. I'm glad you were here. He was actually an alternate. He took over the spot for somebody else. I'm glad you were here. You're awesome. I love watching you play because you don't play, I guess, as typical, but you play very well. Thanks for being here. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the semifinals. Painted Phantoms versus the Juice. We have Painted Phantoms who has a whip and a straight sword. I mean, when you see a whip, you're like, you think it's a joke most of the time, right? He uses it properly. I'll tell you what, because the range is interesting. Now, Juice is not doing well right now. One thing about Juice, though, is he's one of those players who gets better the more they fight. Now, this is best 3 out of 5. For Juice to come back here, he needs to play absolutely flawlessly, which is, it's tough. I mean, Painted clearly got here for a reason, so that means something. Blocking with the straight sword. Crazy. Really want to know how much stamina that takes away. Oh, he just whiffed. Juice whiffed on the S-Stock. A pretty quick win by Painted Phantoms, but we'll see how Juice can come back and possibly recoup and see if he can play a little bit sharper. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have fight number 2, best 3 out of 5 in the semifinals. Wow, that range. I mean, that's like what the S-Stock can do. He's missing with the S-Stock. It makes me think he should switch to a straight sword, only because of the swipeness nature of it. Wow, that roll punish. He's getting him with the range on that. That trade definitely in favor of somebody, and it wasn't Painted. Oh, it can't be rolling into him. Nope. Oh, see, those are the combos. Now, Painted was definitely out of stamina there. There's no way. That's the that's why this is such an interesting combo, because he has the range and interesting timing of the whip, but if you get close, you're getting swiped, clearly. So rolling in doesn't work as much as you might think. I like the R2 attempt. Oh, there's that roll punish. I like that even though the rolling R1 of the whip is so good. It's so quick and it's deceiving in its range. Painted takes the second fight. The Juice was doing tactics that work in close range, I feel. But this farther range, he's not able to really close the gap as well. I think that's part of the issue. Here we go. Fight number 3. Now, this could put Juice in the loser's bracket. He has a tall order here. He's winning those trades, but he already took more hits, so I guess it's evening out a little bit. He didn't win those trades by much. Nice roll punish. He should have had that other one. That was a mistake. He should have pulled back on that R2. Woo! That rolling attack, though. You gotta watch out for that whip rolling attack. Some people like to spam that. Woo! How did he not get hit by that backswing? He's going in. There's that combo. A knife for 33 is actually decent. Oh, and he's out. He was so close to getting that victory. Painted now moves on to the finals. Juice is in the loser's bracket. The loser's finals, if you will. And, wow. Painted, the first match was decisive. Second match wasn't as. And third match, Juice made it very close with that combo. That L2, L2, R1 combo, which is pretty interesting, and it has interesting range as well. So good on him for at least making an effort in the last one, but it was a 3-zip effort nonetheless. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the losers semifinals-ish. This is still best 2 out of 3, but going against Crystal again, I actually brought him out into the depths of hell. Damn. I had a chance. My weapon's a little slow. It's tough because that hyper armor is rough. I can't believe I got him with that, to be honest. His range looked a little bit better than mine. Nice roll punish. Does the to the city. Damn it, man. I hit him, but damn it, I knew it. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm too far away. And he got me with it. That backstab took me out, man. I went for it, and I hit him. But I still got backstab. That sucks so much. All right, here we go. Round. Well, it's loser's round. Oh. Damn it, man. That freaking running. I can't believe I hit him and he missed. I got freaking lucky there. I'm glad this thing stuns. If not, I'm in bad shape. Woo! That's done. That's done, though. I didn't get that? The stun is good. That stunned me. That's crazy. The running attack's messing me up pretty good, actually. Ah, I should have tried it. I thought I was going to get stunned there, to be honest. Nice. I missed. GG. That was good. We had really good fights there, actually. Yeah, GG. He got me fair and square. I am now out of the tournament, but Crystal moves on. Going against Juice in the finals in the loser's bracket. He did come back, and what's funny is he got his redemption against me. I put him in the loser's bracket, and then he beats me here. Good fights, though. Pretty good fights. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have the losers finals. Already starting off with quite a bang. We have losers finals against jvhjeus and Crystal X whatever numbers. So the juice was put here by Painted Phantoms, and I put Crystal. Oh wow, 707 damage. That range sometimes is definitely deceptive. Ooh, we got out of that. Really nice not panic rolling. That was like perfect timing. If he had a straight sword, he would have hit him there. That's the benefit. Oh! Couldn't get the trade. Oh, no, actually, he turned around there, didn't he? Throwing a bomb. Legal. Legal tender. I think the damage went more against... He went for the backstab. What a madman. As he would say, give me that booty. See, it's funny, like, when you see things happening, you can critique it. Like, I'm like, why didn't he do an R2 there? Or why didn't he do an R1? He had the range, but it's like, it's different story when you're actually playing the game. Oh, that was really nice, actually. I don't even understand how he got that. Oh, the bomb got him because he was switching rings. You gotta give him props there. He knew he was switching. Went for the parry. 237 damage on a tier stone. That's actually not as much as you would think it should be. This is, of course, one of the hardest parts of any fight is the last tiny bit of damage. He's looking for that backstab, I think. Oh, there's the trade. The first match goes to the Juice. The Juice gets the victory, but again, it's best 2 out of 3 here. Let's see if Crystal can come back. Here we go. It's starting off quick. People not waiting for stuff, but nice R2. That punish was real. What did he buff himself up with? What is that? And why is it nice? Oh, how did he not get him there? Interesting. Well, anyways, this is the second fight. Juice versus Crystal. Using a pike in his right hand. I appreciate it. It's strange. He has switched so many weapons already. So axe in his right hand, rapier in the left hand. That range is, I tell you, man, the range is just crazy. Oh, is this a dark moss thing or whatever? Maybe that's what it is. People infusing things with dark. Nice. Oh, one little tiny hit. You can't get him. Oh, now this is where things get slow, though. So, and he gets him. He went for the parry. That's a 2-0 victory. Juice is now going to the finals against Painted Phantoms, who put him in the loser's bracket. So, let's see. The more fights a lot of times people get into, the more times they learn their opponent. So, this will be interesting to see if Juice can maybe take some victories and maybe even the whole victory. Now, of course, for the finals in a double elimination match, Juice has to win a best 3 out of 5 and then has to win a best 3 out of 5. So it's double elimination. Because Painted Phantoms hadn't lost, he gets the benefit of needing a sort of one loss of round buffer. So this is the finals for Painted Phantoms and the sort of semifinals for Juice, because he has to win that and then win again. That's how the true double elimination works. Best 3 out of 5. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finals for Painted Phantoms and jvhjeus. This is interesting. I mean, we have the guy who's using a whip. A whip, ladies and gentlemen. Already 685 damage on Juice. He can't take that damage because it is hard to come back. Everybody knows if you're a decent player, it is so difficult to come back if you've taken the few hits first, especially in a lot of matches that are, you know, decent competitors. It's tough. A jumping attack with the whip, ladies and gentlemen. The hit of the night, I think. I don't think anybody even attempted a jumping attack, let alone with a whip. Ooh, that should have been a trade. First match goes quickly to Painted Phantoms. Juice has to do something. He can't, clearly, he can't lose like that. I mean, he's got to win 2 best 3 out of 5s. That is not a good start. Maybe he's shaking off something. I don't know. But that was a bit rough. He's done better than that in the other match he faced him. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have the second fight. Can Juice pull something out? Because Painted Phantoms has basically beat everybody rather easily. I mean, it's a combo that is interesting, and only he has used it, as far as I've seen, anyway. Ooh, that range. I am actually shocked he didn't get that R1 there. That was very strange. That whip. Throwing some knives. 36 damage actually is okay for a knife. Ooh, he should have spammed there. He saw that he rolled into him. Nice. Ooh, 113 damage. I mean, if you're just taking that every now and then, it's way better than a straight sword, of course. Unfortunately, I think Juice has to play a little bit slow here, because if he doesn't, he's gonna... The spam is real. I don't know why he wasn't able to get 4 hits there, though. They both rolled out. I would have attacked if I was at least Painted right there, because he's ahead pretty far margin. Oh, the kick! Ooh, wow, he should have died there. I am shocked that that swipe didn't hit him. There's the combo he needs. Ooh, he couldn't do it. It was just too slow against the straight sword. But it was close at the end. I think Painted knew he was able to take 1 hit at least, and he just went for a swipe for that trade victory. 2-zip. Painted Phantoms, this is a tall order for anyone. We'll see if Juice can come back from this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Juice take a victory off of Painted Phantoms? Personally, I know I'm playing favoritism. I want to see it because I want to see it go to the finals. But if Juice is taking hits like that, he's not able to. I mean, it's tough to get close. You can't roll into him. The way Juice plays with the sort of running attack-ish L2 of the rapier is the way you need to play. Surprised he didn't do an R1 there for that catch, because that is an interesting, good combo. Ooh, no backswing there. Couldn't get him. He's out of stamina. He couldn't capitalize on it. It's unfortunate for Juice right there. Whoa. He just can't get close. It's an interesting build. Woo! That rolling attack is very good. How he didn't get that hit is interesting. That was like pixel perfect, I think. And they both roll. Oh, and that's it. Painted Phantoms is our dual wield champion. Straight sword left hand. Whip right hand. I just want to point that out. Whip wins the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Painted Phantoms right here. He did it with a whip. A tournament with, surprisingly, money on the line. Painted Phantoms, if he wants, he can have $5 from Closed Tripod, who donated to the tournament. Incredible. Incredible. Let's see if we can possibly get some get these combatants in here, and maybe they could talk about it a little bit. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Tell Dante you dominated me most of the matches.
No, you when you got ballsy, it kind of fucked with me and started throwing me off.
So, what did you guys think about this tournament, this format, and sort of the weapons used?
Honestly, whenever you said dual wielding tournament, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go in there with the build I've been using, and no one's gonna know how to use their fucking setups, and I'm just gonna win.
It's incredible.
I use this versus like shields and shit. Like, this is just one of my builds that I actually use all the time.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of experience with mine. I used to use it with a straight sword months ago, but I haven't touched it in a while. But I thought the tournament was really interesting. It was fun because, you know, you see things that you don't normally see. So.
Which I appreciate. I mean, that's what I wanted. I mean, seeing a whip in a tournament is like, you know,
That's fucking awesome.
It is. It's awesome. I love it.
Dude, it is so good.
Yeah,
like, it's so much
actually
better
not
than
bad.
spear. Like, because you can sidestep the fucking spear or backstab its running attack easy as fuck. And then this has a disjointed hitbox kind of, so it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah, plus the rolling attack will catch you off guard
Yeah,
sometimes.
rolling attack's really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I mean, I actually think that combo you have there, Painted, is... I think it's like a really good counter to curve swords. If somebody is a curve sword user...
Actually, it's more of a counter to sword and board because, like, I even tested it on tripod and shit. Like, he'll walk up and he'll block the whip attack, and I can start attacking with my sword before he can attack or do anything. So, like, he'll try to block and trade, you know, with me because he thinks I'm gonna do the whip again or something. And
Which
so
is
I'll throw the whip out, and he'll block, and then he'll try to attack, and then and it actually works on everyone because that's how everyone tries to play with sword board. They block one, and then they try to trade, you know. But it works on versus a stock and shield also. It's just, I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, at least the way I've seen, I don't think it's as great against weapon art, shield, and board. But I mean, I'm sure you don't panic roll as often because I think hyper armor sort of is the bane of whips and smaller weapons.
I don't know. The only weapons I ever fucking struggle with is split league greatsword. Fucking hate that weapon. And curved sword. Fucking hate
Spin to
curved
win,
sword.
baby.
Oh my god.
But see, like,
But,
with the way the whip is, the curved sword can't get in unless they use Perseverance, which I'm curious what you do against Perseverance. In your real build, you have Perseverance yourself, right?
No, I don't. Not on this setup, no. I just use the whip. Like, the only thing I do differently is I'll two-hand my whip because the L2,
The weapon
the
art,
R2, L2 is a true combo. So, like, if I fully charge the R2 and they roll into it and then they get hit, I can true combo it into the L2. Or an R1 L2 is also a true combo. Or if
I
you
found
hit
it really hard. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, if you hit with the end of the weapon art, like, let's say they avoid the first two little fast spins and get hit with the last one, it's also another true combo to do it again if they do that. I don't know, it's weird.
That is weird.
I found it really hard to outspace it because there were a couple times where because I had the S-stock and the halberd, and like the halberd was easier to outspace with, but it was so slow that I don't think I caught you with it with the outspacing, but maybe once, if that. I don't even remember. So like the only damage I could get in was, you know, being ballsy or unpredictable, or like 1 or 2 roll catches with a halberd, and that was most of my damage or trades. So it was
the
hard to
fucking
outspace.
R1 halberd attack fucking got me like 3 times.
Yeah, I love that combo. It was awesome. The range on that is deceptive.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking, I got my favorite combo off with this setup, like with it in one hand without two-handing and shit. You know, it's when I do R1 and then get them with the sword, and then they roll away, and I smack them with an R2.
Oh, the R2.
I don't know why,
yeah.
but it's like the most satisfying thing. I really wanted to use Nailbreaker in this tourney, but oh well.
Yeah,
R2 is actually pretty good on whips.
It's the strange range and weird timing.
Yeah, no, my other build, my Mailbreaker build, counters this build. So like it's funny. So like I can use Sword and Board, switch to Perseverance, and just force you to roll, and I can roll catch you over and over with the Mailbreaker. It's kind of fun because I've had someone using Mailbreaker versus me, like playing kind of how I do with it, and yeah, it counters it pretty hard.
I love it. I hope to have more tournaments and hopefully feature you in it using that.
I wanted to fucking fight Foggle. Holy shit.
Yeah, you know, and I keep saying it over and over. I literally made this tournament for him, and he just didn't sign up. I guess he didn't know about it somehow.
How do you not fucking know about it? Like, you posted it to several different places.
Yeah.
Fuck, I know you're still in chat. Come on, man.
I mean, he's got like 30 kids, and he barely speaks English. You know, who knows? Who knows? But I'm glad you guys enjoyed the tournament. I hope people enjoyed it. I'm glad there was very few hiccups, you know, aside from the dumb connection issue, but I hope that seemed fair the way I tried to fix that. It's a thing, it's tough to fix.
Honestly, Dark versus me, like, I don't know, like, his latency isn't as bad as Gat Games. Like, if I fight Gat Games, I just don't even fucking fight, because I can't hit him no matter what I do, so I just fucking don't do it. And then, fucking with him, it's just you have to swing, like, I think half a second early or something like that. So you gotta, like, predict that he's going to do the running attack that he keeps doing over and over. So, like, he made it very easy to predict, and I don't know why Crystal was having such a hard time fighting him. But,
there were a lot of sloppy hits. It was getting worse and worse over time.
It was weird, though, because I tested his connection before the tournament, right? And so I brought him into the world, and we sparred for a few seconds, and like I noticed the latency, but like the lag that we were seeing when he was fighting Hulkman, that wasn't there when I was testing him. So I think it had to do with just them two fighting each other, because both of them seem to be known for having wonky connections or you know, skips every now and again. So I think them two fighting each other in somebody else's world, I think all of that together just made a shitstorm of lag and latency and terrible things.
Unfortunate,
you know,
but
that's just weird. Like, it was a weird tournament, but this is my first tournament win, guys.
hey, look at that! And you know what? Because of closed tripod, if you have a PayPal account, you can get $5.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go out and buy a sub team. Either you can do what Brenda does and just like send me the $5 over PlayStation and I'll rent a movie with it, or you can keep it. I don't care either way.
I would rather you not rent a movie because that hurts my soul as someone as cheap as I am.
What? I love written movies. Actually, I'm not even gonna have to do that anymore now that I think about it, because I just got a jailbroken Fire Stick. So like,
yeah, sweet.
Amazon, yeah, so
that's
I don't
what.
have to do that at
that's
all.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, spend that money. I'll put it towards the next tournament. How about that?
Oh, that fucking works.
Yeah.
I won't win that one though. Like, honestly, I don't know. It's just, I know this setup like the back of my hand, and I feel like the 90% of the people, like Nash, oh my god, like he's fought me using this a shit ton, but like he usually only fights it with curved sword, you know what I mean? And he does, like, I beat him when he uses curved sword, but we go back and forth. Like, he can stomp me with a curved sword if I use this, you know. But
Nash is a good player. He's a really good player.
Yeah, Nash is awesome.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you took Nash out, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to fight him again.
Yeah, I don't know. It was an interesting tournament, like to see, because Nash used probably like 12 different weapons, like the whole damn thing. He kept
13 weapons up
switching.
his ass.
I'm like, what are you
Just
doing,
pulled them
man?
out.
And then he had to
I'm
use
not
that
gonna lie, this is
hyper
This is
armor
gonna
crap.
sound like an asshole thing to say, Dante, but oh my god, you did so much better than I thought you were going to. Holy shit.
People are, and people always underestimate me. Like there's certain players I like out of 10
Like when
fights.
you went up against Nash, I thought for sure it was gonna be a slaughter fest. I'm not gonna lie, but like you won. I was just like, what? All right, cool. This is way better.
I can play like an asshole like people, meaning doing nothing, that type crap. I can do it too. All right. I mean, I even though I lost in the yesterday's tournament, I did fine considering.
Yeah, you beat my Valor Heart with your fucking Great Lance. That was the worst day of my life.
This tournament was interesting though, because like I think it has to do with the players that were in it. But most of the matches weren't like super slow. Like there were some slow moments in some matches, like Painted. There were like a few moments where we were feeling each other out, but then it picked up, you know. And I think that was most of the matches. There was
I don't
only like
like
one or two
being too
matches.
passive. Like I kind of, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll be
it's
passive to a
boring.
point, and then when I get one fucking hit, I just explode all of my stamina 90% of the time to capitalize on that hit as much as
Yeah.
possible. And I
I
learned
think I
that
punished
handy
you
trick in
once.
tripod. Holy shit. That's all he does. He will wait, get one fucking hit, and then he would just
Yep.
chase you down.
Oh
like
no,
a
I
fucking dog.
actually like that about him. Out of all the things, I like the sort of hyper aggression. People can turn it up, and I like that. I mean, that's something that Zero does as well. If he gets a hit on the curve sword, that's
Well, what he does, it mind fucks you. Like, it's fucking beat up. He'll walk up and he'll block. He'll hit L1 really fucking quick because it looks like the same animation as the swing. So people who reactive roll to that, and then he'll roll catch you.
interesting.
It works every time.
It's funny because like
Genius.
I don't know if it's like a PS4 Pro thing, but I've fought him and did nothing, just stood right in his face. And then I rolled and I got roll caught. So it's like, you know, how...
The curve swords can
Well,
roll
he
catch
reactive
on
swings.
reaction.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he literally will walk up to you and wait for you to roll. He won't fucking swing.
Yeah. Which then I started spamming him at that point because I knew he was doing that. And then he started getting messed up, but... so it's like... it's one of those things where it's like, you know, sometimes you got to play the player. And it's tough. Tough. But
Talk about matchups. It's like, yeah, I get it.
So...
Continue, sorry.
I gotta wrap this up, but like I really appreciated this tournament. I appreciated you guys came in here. I wasn't able to set it up as well as I wanted to, only because I was working. The male never sleeps, guys. But and I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad I got to see a lot of different weapons. I'm glad there weren't samey players. You know, everybody using like, oh, this is the best setup, or this is what people should use because this works the best, or blah blah blah. And I'm glad I got this.
Prove Wit's straight swords the best.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely had more practice, I think, than a lot of other people with that. But still, I mean, you played well. You put that in there. I wanted to see how you would do against a great axe. That's what I wanted to see, because
Well, in that instance, I fight him all the time because I'm sure you remember Cobra Dragon. I was actually using this build on him not too long ago, like when before he had to leave, you know, and that he was using Kit Saro's setup or whatever. And I don't know, I just kept getting him every time because every time he would swing, because it's so easy to punish that fucking swing. I just make them miss one swing and then I just explode on them, is what I do. Like, I'll run into them, make him think I'm about to do a running attack. He'll swing. I'll, like, start backpedaling slightly out of range, and then I'll take advantage of it.
yeah, I like that. I like
One of
stuff
those
like
safer
that.
ways to play.
So
Because it's all about mind games, you know? You gotta mind
it
fuck
is.
'em.
It is. And that's
You gotta go Chris Angel on that bitch, okay?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Chris Angel in years, dude.
he died. One of his tricks went wrong. Anyways,
Okay.
But one mind trick thing that I used to do and sometimes I do is if I'm a spellcaster, which is rare, if I'm a spellcaster, I'll put on and off the that ring that makes your spells faster. So that
yeah.
so like it just like people are expecting it to be faster or slower, and it's
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's a new one on me.
it's not like great because spells are still too slow, but it is something that
Yeah.
maybe has caught a person once. You know, that type thing.
Mhm.
But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Any last words for this tournament to bring us out?
I appreciate the last minute invite from Cage Knight. Thank you, sir. I enjoyed it. But yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm gonna say congrats to Painted for winning, and thanks for everyone who came out and fought, even though there were, you know, like hiccups and
Yeah.
connection issues. So it was a fun tournament.
I'm
And
glad.
I'm also glad it wasn't 5 hours.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
So I hope everybody had fun here. This was just a fun little thing to do. And as you guys know, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I will be back.